Now here we are, Karen. This is the fourth event of this kind. Why are we talking about decommissioning and wreck removal now?
At this point in time, we are starting to see a bit of a ramp up with regards to decommissioning programmes. We are, with the current oil price, we're also seeing a bit of a deferral with decommissioning programmes. But that being said, perhaps only a deferral for about a year or two rather than 5 or 10 years.
When it comes to decommissioning, how big a challenge is it?
They're very long programmes. They're not it's not a project that's going to take place in 1 or 2 years. They're actually going to take anywhere between 5 and 10 years from the start of your project process through to the end. That being said, if you include planning, you could be about 30 years if you're talking about a big platform. It is a very different mindset that's needed. You are doing fit for purpose engineering. You're certainly not looking to over-engineer or to reinvent the wheel. You're very much wanting to do fit for purpose.
And it's an expensive process.
The Oil and Gas Authority has a base estimate of £47 billion over the next 25 years to be spent. If we think about the next 10 years, you're talking 16.9 billion. So yes, we are talking large figures.
Now, of course, a meeting like this brings a whole range of people together. As we say, this is the fourth such meeting. Has it moved on at all? Has progress been made?
We do feel that progress has been made, yes. And we have very much tried to bring cross-sector, so across the oil and gas, across renewables, across salvage, together with cross-disciplines, so your scientists, your engineers. And we've been doing that for the 4 years now, and it is, yes, it is working well. The conversations are moving on. We're starting to see discussions across those sector areas, and there's some very good discussions ongoing between the academics, so academia and industry itself. So yes, we are seeing progress, which is good.
Now, two sides to the conference. There's decommissioning, rigs in the North Sea, for example, but also wreck removal. Two what appear to be different operations, but actually quite a lot of common ground, it seems, from the meeting.
There definitely is common ground, and this is why we run them together. The technologies and the innovative ideas that come through the salvage community are very applicable for oil and gas and for renewables, so for offshore removals. So we have to look across all of these sectors to take the learnings and to take those ideas and the technologies that are coming through the various sectors so we can apply them into oil and gas decommissioning, all with the overall objective of bringing down that cost.
But of course, one way of bringing down that cost is not to remove them at all. And again, that was a topic that has been raised many times over the last couple of days.
It certainly has been raised many times, and it is asked by, it was very interesting to see that it was been asked by a range of cross-disciplines. There are a number of initiatives ongoing looking at the impact of man-made structures on the marine environment. And those are gathering evidence. They're looking at the science base, and we will take that evidence and we will ask the question with regards to should we remove or should we not remove, and the science will point us towards the answer. At this point, I can't give an answer.
Even if we do remove, the language has changed slightly. Maybe it used to be thought about removing waste from the sea. Now there's a lot of people talking about recycling.
Recycling and reuse of structures and subsea equipment, that is a great topic at the moment. It's a very big topic at the moment, and we heard a talk from Zero Waste Scotland who are looking at the whole ethos around circular economy and exactly how best can we reuse these structures. There's a lot of steel out there. And that could effectively be reused in the construction industry, in other industries onshore, and there's a whole industry growing up onshore with regards to what we call waste management, but that is the utilisation and the reuse of these materials that are coming onshore. mattresses, for example, they can come on shore, they can be used as breakwaters, they can be used for roads, or an accommodation block could be reused as an office. So there's some fantastic ways to reuse and then, of course, recycle.
So plenty of ideas, plenty of enthusiasm. Do you feel as though that the time to stop asking the questions and actually move into real action has actually come or is about to come?
We very much feel we're on that cusp, and we have been talking a great deal about decommissioning for a long time, and it does definitely feel as though we are moving towards doing. But it's also about how people work together. We heard today the word cooperation a lot, and we also hear throughout oil and gas the word collaboration used an awful lot. But we do have some great examples of collaboration in practice, especially with onshore waste management groups, actually, with the ports and the harbours and the yards. There's some fantastic examples of people working well together now. So it does feel as though, back to your original question, it does feel as though we are moving forward into action now.